Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like the TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Love and Marriage DC. Love and Marriage DC, episode 10. The Thank You for Everything season finale happened this past Saturday. It started, well, it picked up where it left off, where the group was still, at the Momique's and Chris's cabin up in the woods, for the couples trip. And it started off with everybody, started off with everybody in the room talking, and they were talking about, they were talking about what was going to happen the rest of the day. And they also was talking about the stuff that happened with Winter and Kevin, earlier, the stuff that happened with Kevin and Winter earlier in the day. And so they talked about how some of them said that they didn't know who to believe. And then a lot of them said, Kevin, the way Kevin came in with all of those folders of evidence and stuff. Ashely said she didn't believe him, and Quick said he didn't know who to believe. And then that's when Momique said, well, she believes Winter, because Winter is a friend. And then the doorbell ring, and then when the doorbell ring, Ashely opened the door, and it was some kind of IV therapist who had came in to give them IV treatments and stuff like that. And Jamie said in his confessional, he said, I done tried the intuitive therapy, I done tried the sex therapist. Now here we are with the IV therapist. Momique, what are you getting us into? And then so Erana said, well, we're gonna go try it. It's gonna help us. And then it got back to the scene, and then after the IV therapist hooked them up with the IVs, and then she left. And then after the IV therapy session, it switched to the next scene where the group was getting ready to go into the theater. And I guess while they were getting dressed, the producer asked Chris and Momique who were their favorite artists that they wanted to dress up as musical artists. And they asked Chris and Momique, and Chris said, well, I'm Biggie, and Momique said, well, I'm Lil Kim. And so they showed him doing that, and he said, yeah, I'm ready, come on, I'm ready. And then Momique said, I'm trying to get ready. And so what happened, that was a little cute scene between Momique and Chris. And then after that, it switched to Jamie and Erana. And Jamie and Erana was getting ready. And Jamie and Erana was supposed to be Jayz and Beyonce. She said, well, how do I look? And then Jamie said, you look real good, and stuff like that. And then they went in the room, and they heard some kind of noise, and they told me, is that Quick and Ashely? That's Quick and Ashely. And then she said, yeah, they must be getting it on. And then Jamie said in the confessional, I thought they was fighting. It was so much noise up there. And then after that, it switched to a Quick and Ashely getting ready. Quick and Ashely getting ready to go to the place, and they were dressed up. I think they were dressed up as Ike and Tina Turner. And so the next scene was them all. Sitting down in the theater section. And then Winter walks in, and then Winter says, what's going on? And then they told Winter, they said, Winter, we playing dress up as our favorite artist. She said, oh, well, I don't have anybody. And then Chris said, come on, you could be a gospel singer, you could be Yolanda Adams. And she said, oh, you can't go wrong with Yolanda Adams. So they had her sitting in the background because she wasn't dressed up, because she didn't know what was going on. And so they had Ashely up there, and Ashely was on the stage, her and Quick. And she began to ask questions of the group. And she said, would y'all marry the partner that y'all with today again? And so Chris chimed in and said, yeah. yeah, he loved Mo'Nique very much. He would marry Mo'Nique. He married Mo'Nique again. In a minute. He said because Mo'Nique Mo'Nique treated him better than all the other girls he had. What did he say that for? Mo'Nique jumped up and got mad and talking about he shouldn't have said that. Don't be comparing him to no other girls and all kind of stuff like that. And he said, well, Mo'Nique, I was just saying, you know, you were kind of like the lucky one. Ashely asked Janie and Erana, and Erana said, "Well, yeah, she would marry Quick again. She would marry Jamie again because Jamie is the same stubborn, bullheaded man that she met when she first met him, and so and so she would marry him again." And then Jamie said that Erana was the same sweet woman that he met back, but he met back in the day. So yeah, he would marry her again. And so it got to Quick and Ashely, and she said, and they said, Ashely, well, what about you and Quick? And Quick said, yeah. I mean, Ashely said, well, not the Quick that I know now. I wouldn't have married him again. But I married Quick when I was so young, and I was just so in love with Quick because he was a DJ and he was handsome, stuff like that. And then Quick say, well, I would marry Ashely all over again. He said, and they say, why? He said, I would marry Ashely all over again because she's loving, she's patient, she's kind. He said, and what it was when things were going bad for me, Ashely, Ashely was there for me when everybody else left. And so that was the first part. First part of the question. And then so Ashely started asking about about dating and rumors and stuff. And then Quick jumped up and said, well, Ashely, when we first met, she said, yeah, I know when you first met. And he said, you came to my house to beat up that girl. She said, I don't know what girl you talking about. What girl you talking about? She said, we was together at first. We dated for a while, and then we moved in together. She said, but that time you talking about that girl, that situation right there, we wasn't living together. We was in a situation. And she said, I don't know what you talking about. Everybody in the group got to looking all funny, and everybody in the group got to looking all funny and stuff like that. And so he said, well, let's move on, and stuff like that. So they moved on. They moved on. They moved on to the next section of the questions, and then right after that, they switched to the next scene, and then the next scene was with Mo'Nique and Chris, and Mo'Nique and Chris taking the girls to taking her children to horseback ride. She said they've been learning horseback riding, for a while now. So they took them to the horseback riding, and she talking about some famous horse that she likes, and that horse just loved the Samuels. And so the lady was taking them to riding lessons. So Mo'Nique and Chris was over there sitting to the side. I think they were sitting on the truck or some bale of hay or something. They were sitting at someplace on the ranch. And so Chris asked Mo'Nique. He said, Mo'Nique, how do you think the session went at the house with the couples and stuff? She said, ooh, I think everything went good, but I think it went when I was looking a certain kind of way when Quick was trying to tell that story, and Ashely said she didn't know nothing about the devil situation. He said, yeah, I was looking kind of funny too. I was saying, is Quick telling something they ain't supposed to? And he said, what about everybody else? She said, well, I do have something I want to say, Chris. What it is, I think you need to think. I think you need to think. I think you need to think before you speak about certain things and stuff like that. He said, "What did I say? What did I say?" She said, "To me, that sounds very disrespectful to me. You breaking up all the other women you had and comparing me to all them other women, and I was greater than them because they was less than. I don't like that." He said, "Mo'Nique, but I didn't mean it that way. And he said, "Mo'Nique, I was just trying to say that you was the special one for me out of all them ladies. But I still feel it was disrespectful. I have to always prove myself to you, prove myself myself to you and stuff like that. He said, no, you don't have to prove yourself to me. He said, but I always got to prove myself to people to make sure that I'm better than, I'm better than. I think Momique doing that because when they was on the other show, he had his mama on there a whole lot, and his mama always stated blatantly that she didn't think Momique was the right woman for Chris, and Chris would always kind of get on his mom because Momique would tell him. But I thought, but I think that's the insecurity that Momique has, and also and also I think she feel like that she has to prove herself worthy of Chris, for his family and his mama, because I don't think Chris' mama likes Momique too much, and I don't think the whole family like Momique too much. That's why I think that's why she's doing that. But Momique needs to go to therapy to work on herself about those issues and stuff like that. And then it switched to the next scene where Janie and Erana was at their house, and Erana was saying that, let me get some water up. I'm back. Erana says that Jamie told them the night before that he had a court date the next day and stuff like that. And so she was explaining that they have to meet with Jamie and his lawyer before they go to court. And then so she was saying that she don't want little Jamie to end up like her daddy, because she was saying her daddy went to jail when she was real little. I think she was either 6 or 9 years old, and she said she didn't get a chance to see her dad or meet her daddy because her daddy died in jail, and so she didn't want her son to go through that. And so she was talking to Big Jamie, and she was saying, well, what do you think the outcome going to be? He said, well, little Jamie's gonna have to stay on the straight and narrow, keep on the path that he got. He already got a good job as a security guard, and they want to move him up. But he got to stay on the right path. And then he said, yeah, you got to stay on the right path. And then Jamie said that he got to keep a good job and a steady job, and he got that right now. And then he said he don't want his son to go down the wrong path, because he almost went down the wrong path if it had to be for some of his daddy's friends and his daddy being so strict on him. And then he asked her, where was little Jamie? She said, well, little Jamie in the bathroom getting ready. Say he getting ready. Say, okay, we getting ready. Then it switched to the next scene where Jamie and Erana and little Jamie went to meet the lawyer the day of the court case, and the lawyer had told them that they had bumped his case up from a misdemeanor from a misdemeanor to circuit court, because he had a weapons charge on him, because he had some guns in the thing. And then Jamie said in the confessional that that's a shame that they bumped him up, because he had some guns, but he said he had some guns and some weed or some other stuff, and he was saying that that they'd be kind of hard on people, and so he was saying. And then Jamie said in his confessional, he said, well, the little amount of time I could get is 5 years. The maximum I could get is 25 years. I really don't want to do that. And then so the lawyer said, well, you got to keep on the straight and narrow. You got to prove yourself. You got to keep your job. And they were saying, well, yeah, his girlfriend's been with him. And they were saying his girlfriend is another one keeping him on the straight and narrow, because she don't want to see him go down that road. And he said, well, I'm just letting you know I'm just letting you know that you might get some jail time. You might get some jail time. So you better stay on the straight and narrow. And then Jamie told Erana, when it's all said and done, it's up to the judge what the judge is going to do. And so after that, it switched to the next scene where everybody was getting ready to go to Ashely's event for her book opening and book signing and stuff like that. They showed Jamie and Erana, and Jamie said that he was going to put the stuff that happened with little Jamie earlier in that day aside to enjoy his Ashely event. And And then Chris said he know Momique was still mad at him because Momique didn't say nothing to him all the night, but they wanted to go. They wanted to go and support Ashely, and Ashely invited Winter, and Winter said that she was surprised Ashely invited her, and Ashely told Winner that she feel that they're on a better footing right now. So that's why she decided to invite her. And Winner said she was glad to be a part of the group. And then they all got to talking and stuff. And then Erana said, well, the last time you invited what you call it wasn't such a good feeling. And then Winner said, yeah, it wasn't. That's why I'm glad we're on a better note. And then it switched back to quick announcing Ashely, telling everybody Ashely wanted to speak. And Ashely got up and said that she had been wanting to write that book for years. She had wrote that book 5 years ago, but she just finally got it published. And she said she thanked everybody for coming, for coming to her event and stuff like that. And so Quick was telling Chris, said, Chris, you didn't tell Momique what I'm doing. He said, nah, I kept her quiet. She said, yeah. He said, yeah, I kind of know that Chris is like me. When you tell Chris something, he gonna keep it a secret. He said, but that Jamie tell Erana everything. I hope he didn't tell Erana this. And then Quick said, I got an announcement. And then next thing you know, Quick was saying in a confession, he said, I hate that my wife is so I forgot that word, psychic. And he said, because she was taking out the old ring before I get her the new ring, he bent down on one knee and showed her the knee. And then he said, I'm gonna sing for you. She said, you can't sing Quick. And the next thing you know, they flashed the picture over there to the Tank singing down on one knee. He sounded real good and stuff. And then the show ended. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out. That was a great finale.